Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Just Because Wrestling. I'm Billy. You're Jack.
What kind of fucking intro is this?
I don't know. This is hard. I have to come up with this shit every week.
You come watch it. You just say hello.
And then what? What do I do then?
I don't know. You're a professional.
Fucking not. Like, I mean, what?
Oh god, you've been doing this for 2 years.
Falling.
We just
I told
came-
you. Couldn't remember cutting my nails the other day. And now I can't. Like, I can't.
We just came across your 2-year anniversary.
We did.
Happy anniversary,
Happy
by the way.
anniversary.
But like,
I love you.
I didn't get a present. I was expecting a
It's
present.
okay. No, it's fine.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 2 years, and you
Still can't do it now.
you've been doing them fine for the last 2 years. You
It's
just
been. I was working all day. Leave me alone.
you're very cranky. Today.
Hungry.
You're like a
I
baby.
need to have my dinner.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a week in wrestling, hasn't it?
It's been a week of wrestling. That is true. Wrestling has transpired in the last week.
It's been a huge week, like considering we have like wrestling nearly every day now
It's bizarre.
for the next 2 months.
It happened like Extreme Rules was Sunday. That feels like an eternity ago. It was 5 days ago. And it feels like literally happened like last year.
Yeah, it's because so much has happened with G1 and just everything
There's
in
so
between.
much happening, yeah.
So yeah, do you want to talk about what do you want to start with? Do you want to start with Extreme Rules, or do you want to talk about?
Yeah, we'll talk about Extreme Rules. For my money, the best pay-per-view WWE have done this year.
Would you think so?
Yeah, I think so. In regards to match quality, pacing, storytelling, I think it was the best one. Definitely.
I would still say WrestleMania, even though WrestleMania was long.
WrestleMania was like 3 days long, yeah.
But it was a very good WrestleMania.
It was good.
For like entertainment wise, there wasn't a bad match at WrestleMania.
Probably,
Wasn't there?
probably wouldn't be in my top 10 though.
Top 10 WrestleManias?
Probably not.
I would say top 10.
But yeah,
What would be your top 10 WrestleManias off the top of your head?
17 or X7,
Yeah,
19,
yeah,
18,
yeah.
30
18? Would it really?
for Rock Hogan.
Yeah, Rock Hogan, fair enough, but like the rest of the card, Hall.
Flair and Taker had a really good match.
Yeah, they did. To be fair, who main evented? Triple H and
Triple H
Jericho
and
wasn't really that
well, that
good.
was poo, yeah.
Yeah,
So, anyway.
yeah, I suppose, yeah.
So, 17, 18, 19. This isn't in order. This is just off the top of my head.
31.
30, 31, 30, 31, 22, 23.
Would you go 23?
Yeah, Cena and Michaels was good.
Yeah.
Or actually, you know what? Take 23 off it.
21?
25.
25 for Michael's Taker, yeah.
Maybe 26.
What was 26?
Michael's Taker 2.
Mm,
But that had Brett Vince on it.
yeah.
10.
10, yeah. 10 is fair enough.
13 for Austin Brett. I put it up there.
It was the only match on the card.
I know.
It was the only good match on the card.
It's true.
Now, it was a fucking damn good match, but like it was the only good match on the card.
30. No, I'm trying to think of. What happened at 34? Was 34 was really good, wasn't it?
That was last year.
Yeah, that was really good, wasn't it? Bar the main event.
Who headlined?
Lesnar and Roman.
Yeah, it was decent enough.
It's good. Like we got Cena and Taker.
Cena Taker
What
was
else
good.
happened? I can't remember what happened.
Charlotte Asuka.
Yeah, what was the WWE title match?
It
It was AJ Nakamura. That was terrible.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible.
It was
It
a
was bad.
letdown.
It was.
You had Daniel Bryan's return.
Yeah, which was also kind of a letdown, really.
You had the mixed tag, which was
That was
brilliant.
class. Yeah, 34
was
is up
brilliant.
there. 34 is up there.
Yeah, for moments. Well, I
20. 20's up there.
Yeah.
20 had the triple threat, one of the best triple threat matches of all time. Eddie Angle,
The Return of the Dead Man.
the Rock and Sock Connection versus Evolution.
That was not
A
good.
forgotten match.
Wasn't
That's
that
cool
good?
though. We got Lesnar to Goldberg though.
34 was Lesnar Goldberg as well, was it?
No, 33 was.
That was a really good match.
What were the other matches in that card?
33.
What was the WWE title match? That we got Roman Taker.
Roman
was the main
Taker.
event. What was the WWE Championship match? Was it AJ?
No, AJ wrestled.
Oh, he wrestled Shane.
Shane. Was that year? Or was that 32?
Year. No, 32 was Jericho.
Yeah, so you wrestled Shane at 33. And. Yeah, I don't know.
What was the WWE champion? Who was the WWE champion? Oh, Bray and Randy. Bray and Randy, that's shitstorm. Really good build, but terrible payoff. So, like, okay.
I feel like there was another one on 33, a really, really good match.
WrestleMania 3 is up there. Has to be. We got one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time in Savage Steamboat.
Two of the most famous.
One of the, if not the most memorable spot in WrestleMania history. Arguably,
yeah.
You could argue.
You could argue that it was the first ever WrestleMania moment as well. Yeah, WrestleMania 3 has to be up there. 10.
So it'll be 3, 10, 17,
6.
18. Why 6?
Hogan Warrior.
Yeah. I like that. I remember the match, but I don't remember anything else that happened on the card.
Yeah.
I think that's the only match I've actually seen from that card. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers here. WrestleMania 2000.
Was that the McMahon in every corner match?
Yeah, it was like there was only one singles match on it, I think.
Yeah,
the entire
card. It was the women's match, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was like a contrived Attitude Era, like bra and panties match. Yeah, 35 might be in the top 10 actually.
Yeah,
it might be. It was good. Can't argue that. It was just long. That was probably the only.
But see, if you watch it in stages, it's a very good show.
No, yeah, fuck it, it's up there because it had 3 of the most feel good moments.
And 3, they paced that really well.
Yeah.
Because you talked about pacing with Extreme Rules.
Yeah,
like, that was very good, well placed. Because like going into
Rollins and Lesnar off the bat is just genius.
Yeah, because going into it, like we were like, there's no way they can do the 3 moments because
consecutively. Like.
Yeah, so like the way they did it, it was like start, middle, end.
The only kind of thing I have with it though is
the finish in the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange, but still, people are going to forget about that.
Well, the moment is good. Well, to be honest, I think it's more so because they ram it down our throats, but I'm more centered around Kofi winning the title rather than Becky winning it. I know, and I'm more focused on Becky as the champion in general. Right, like, if you get me. Like, I think Kofi's win has been... It's hard to explain. It's like Becky's reign is more memorable than her win. Whereas Kofi's win was more memorable than his reign. But even
so far.
Well, Kofi's reign has still been pretty
good.
They're
both still during, like, in the middle of their reigns, too, so, like, you...
Well, we don't know. We don't know when they're going to end.
Yeah, but right now they're still in the middle of their reigns.
Yeah. Like, they've all had... Well, I think Kofi's probably had a better reign. Becky's has been tarnished by bad booking.
Yeah. Kofi's had a better reign.
Not her fault.
Yeah, she's done her best with it. She, like, in fairness, she's only had one challenger.
Yeah,
like
true.
This feud with Natalya looks like it could be something.
Promising,
it could get back on track.
Yeah, it looks promising.
At least, hopefully, it gets her away from Seth because I think they need to. I
think they're separating them out. I think the match would be really good though.
Yeah, like there's like Natalya always be solid in the ring.
Technical masterpiece.
Yeah, she's been working there 10 years. Natalya, you know that.
Is it 10?
10 years. She was like she was like the first of the crop of workers.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
She doesn't get enough credit.
When you try and pinpoint like the start of the women's revolution thing, like people don't talk about Natalya enough.
She's the only woman to ever graduate from the dungeon.
Art dungeon, yeah.
I think so.
I think she's the only woman.
Unless Molly Holly did. For some reason, I think Molly Holly did.
Tyson Kidd was the last. I remember that.
Last one.
Last one. No, he was just but like you know, people have these stats about the art.
Yeah.
He was the last ever.
Was he?
He was, yeah. Tyson Kidd
he was the last ever graduate.
He was the last one, yeah.
Oh, cool.
But so anyway, Extreme Rules.
Yeah, that was a tangent and a half.
I thought it was a really good show.
Yeah,
It was really good. I mean, it was really good. Like
the tag match was surprisingly really good.
It was so good. Undertaker came in there on fire.
He looked in shape. He looked in so much better shape than Saudi Arabia.
You could argue it was. I would argue anyway, certainly, that it was his best match since the Hell in a Cell with Brock 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember that match?
I would put the Cena match up there as well. I thought that was good for what it was.
It's hard to count that as a match, though.
That match against Brock and the Hell in a Cell was
that is one of the most underrated.
I think that killed him.
That might have, yeah.
I think he's still recovering from it.
Such a good match, though. We should rewatch that match someday, because that is so good. And like, especially when you take into consideration that like Undertaker was in his 50s and Brock was Brock. You can't really count him up for anything. He's just a freak. So, but it was unreal. And like, it 100% nice.
But it goes back to my theory. Shane McMahon can never have a bad match.
I know, it's so annoying.
Like even with the Undertaker, who's had notoriously bad matches in the last 3 years, he's pulled it out the bag with Shane.
You know who I feel bad for? Goldberg. Because now it looks like that match at Saudi Arabia was 100% his fault.
It was like, see, I think Goldberg could have a good match if you put him in there with Drew McIntyre and something.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was just that you put the two of them in there.
Yeah,
they don't work
it's like
that
two
much.
Negatives.
Goldberg was never a worker in the first sense.
Yeah.
So, like, you know...
It's like two negatives. They, like, repel. You need, like, a positive and a negative.
You're relying on, like, a fucking 56-year-old granda to carry a match here, like...
He's not necessarily a grandfather. We don't know.
Well, he's not, like, but, like, he might as well be.
Batista's a grandfather.
Yeah. Good old Dave.
Fun factory.
So
yeah, I mean it produced the best shot of the night. The best camera shot. It's when Undertaker was doing his neck slice thing with tongues out, eyes rolled back, and next thing Drew just pops up from behind him looking fucking so cool. I really hope we get that match at SummerSlam, but I don't think we are.
I think it's penciled in. I read.
I've seen contradicting reports though. I've seen some people say that Undertaker wants to wrestle Drew at SummerSlam. And I've seen some people say that, there's no plans for Undertaker at SummerSlam at all, which would be weird.
Was he on Raw this week?
No. Drew was and wrestled Cedric Alexander and lost.
Yeah, it was a roll up though.
I mean, like Drew probably just get his seat back next week, which is.
Well, yeah, but like I don't mind roll up finishes.
I don't like it. I didn't mind it either. I thought it was okay.
Like The Rock lost to the Hurricane.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
and
if it advances a story, then fair enough.
And I like Cedric. I want Cedric to get pushed.
But they're not going to do anything.
No, they're not. No. So that was a really good match. I can't remember what the card was. The second match was really good, but I can't remember what it was, which kind of is a bit of a contradiction. No, but it was. I remember them. Fuck it, I just can't remember. It's in my phone.
I'll get up the card there.
Get up the card. Because we should have done this beforehand. Anyway, anywho, talk about being professionals.
Go on, talk there while I look this up.
So yeah, that was really good. Do you know what I liked about Extreme Rules as a whole, though, is that it seemed to have kind of nixed, like it seemed to be the end of a lot of feuds.
Yeah. Which
I'm happy about, because I felt like these feuds were going on for quite a bit. Like we got the end, presumably of Roman and Shane. It looks like we got the end of Joe and Kofi. Even though I didn't really mind that one, that was only like one pay-per-view show.
Yeah.
The end of Becky Lacey, the end of Rollins Baron, which is fucking.
Yeah, but thank God for that.
Thank Christ. What else was on the card?
The second match on the card was the Revival and the Usos.
That was good.
Yeah,
that was
very good.
Match.
That
was like a proper classic clinical tag team match.
Like, why wouldn't they have a good match? They're probably two of the best tag teams in the world.
Yeah, no, they are.
Like, if you have a top 5 tag teams in the world, two teams are probably bold enough.
It's so. I probably do this once a week.
Top 5 tag teams in the world.
Top 5. It's so hard because there's so many good tag teams.
2 teams in this match.
Who are your top 5 tag teams on the spot right now? Do it. Speak.
2 teams in this match: the Lucha Brothers, the Bucks, and then fifth one is just. I love SCU, whichever form they get.
Yeah. It's hard to count them as a tag team, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can.
The New Day as well.
My top 5 are...
Or Evil and Sonata are really good.
See, to me, they're 2 singles guys in a tag team. Whereas, like, the Revival are a tag team.
Or,
G.O.D.
G.O.D., the Viking Raiders, when they're booked properly.
See, they're not because they're not booked. But
yeah.
See, my top 5 are the Usos, the Young Bucks, the Lucha Brothers, LAX.
Yeah, LAX are there too.
LAX.
The Briscoes are there.
They're always up there. And see, the 5th one's always hard. Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Undisputed
Fuck yeah, I forgot about yeah.
Alright, either O'Reilly and Fish or O'Reilly and Strong are both solid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking hard one.
I actually prefer O'Reilly and Strong.
Than O'Reilly and Fish?
Yeah. I think I do. I'm not sure though. It's because Fish has been kind of plagued with injury that you kind of
forget.
Yeah.
But see, like, when it was O'Reilly and Strong, they were put in that spot where, like, they would always up the show at NXT TakeOver, and they fucking blew it out the park every time. Like, they wrestled Burton Larkin.
Yeah,
and it was like the fucking best match in the fucking night.
You know what about Only Larkin, though? Most entertaining Twitter ever.
Really?
Get me on my phone and let me read out some of his tweets because they are fucking brilliant. They are absolutely.
Okay, while you do that, I'm just going to run through the card quickly. Aleister Black and Cesaro, good match.
Match of the night.
Expected
it was under 10 minutes and it was match of the night.
Again, these are two, when booked properly, these are two of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh yeah, 100%. Cesaro is probably undisputably the most underutilized wrestler in the world, I would say.
I'm trying to think of someone else. No, yeah, you're probably right.
He probably is. Well, I know I have to read these because these are the.
Buddy Murphy, for underutilized wrestlers.
Yeah, EC3 probably as well.
Not as big as Cesaro. EC3 is a charismatic guy, but he's not as good in the ring as Cesaro is.
I'm gonna read out these tweets because they're just hilarious, right? So keep in mind they are stylized in all caps. So he is shouting this. This is what this means, right? My dad doesn't like wrestling, but likes Samoa Joe. My dad met Stone Cold at a bar when Mania was in Dallas and asked him if he was Goldberg. Then my dad asked him if he knew Only Larkin, and Stone Cold just lied and said yeah. And then my dad took a selfie with him and sent it to me. Next. No punctuation, by the way. It's one long sentence. Next up. My dad wants me to retire ASAP and take over his ranch in Texas so he can retire and just sit on his porch, drink bourbon and yell at me. Then he put up a picture of Funaki and said #1 announcer. Then he said, just got done at the gym, not going to post a selfie though because then I'd have to kick my own ass. And then, this one's my personal favourite. Top 5 guys I want to fight. Triple H, Vince McMahon, Eric Bischoff, Paul Heyman and Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That was brilliant. No, he's only... Yeah, but anyway. Best Twitter ever.
We run through the matches quickly. Bailey and Nikki Cross first and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, another fine match. I mean, see, that's the thing. You could argue this was the weakest match of the card, but it was still
a solid match.
Still fine, it was still good.
Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley.
Arguably match of the night.
It was so good.
Unreal.
Braun Strowman, when he's booked like that, he's fucking amazing.
See, people are calling it for that it should be Brock versus Bobby at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Because it's the feud we should get. They match up perfectly.
Brock versus Bobby. I thought you said Braun.
No, not Braun. Fuck Braun. But well, not fuck Braun, but you know. But I know he lost. But you could have how many times have they had someone lose on pay per view and won the next night on Raw?
Yeah.
So they said he should have won that over the top rope thing and gotten a full on fucking Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley shoot fight. And fun fact as well, Bobby Lashley turned 43 this week.
Yeah, fucking hell, he doesn't look...
He is a freak.
He looks like in his early 30s. He looks the same as he did when he was ECW.
He's a freak. So, yeah, but that match was so much fun. It was really good. Proper fucking kaiju battle. It was like Godzilla and King Kong. New Day versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan and Heavy Machinery in Triple Threat SmackDown Tag Team match. Really good match. I actually really like this match.
Are we going to talk about the elephant in the room of what was revealed this week about
Brian's announcement thing?
No, about how we literally did a full circle and we're back in 2017.
Yeah. For fuck's sake, yeah.
What is it? It's
Brock
the New Day are the tag team champions.
New Day are SmackDown tag team champions. Brock is Universal champion.
AJ is US champion.
AJ is United States champion. Shane and Kevin Owens are feuding, and Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor are feuding as well. I think there might be one more.
Yeah, I feel like we're missing one, but it's just we've done a full entire. Oh, it was Owens or Miz and Ziggler.
Miz and Ziggler.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
It's
just that's gonna be. I don't want that. Why is that gonna get a match?
They've fucking ruined the Miz since WrestleMania.
Shane fucking just because that's what happens when you put someone in the ring with the best in the world. You realize how terrible they are. But anyway, this is for my money, Aleister Black, Cesaro, Braun and Bobby Lashley, the triple threat for the SmackDown tag titles, and AJ versus Ricochet were four. You could argue were four match of the night contenders.
Yeah, they were brilliant.
Yeah. And then speaking of which, AJ versus Ricochet, which is really good. Did you see Ricochet this week selling the phenomenal forearm?
Yeah, fucking
the best sell I've ever seen.
He makes
everyone
good,
look so I know AJ doesn't need to be made look good because he is, but Ricochet makes him look like a god.
Yeah.
So,
but what was good about this card was that everyone in the there's a lot of cards out there where they have the best wrestlers in the world, and they don't look like they're the best wrestlers in the world because they're wrestling like fucking WWE shit. But
it's like when AJ wrestles Jinder.
The Revival and the Usos, two of the best tag teams in the world. They went out there and showed it. Fucking Aleister Black, Cesaro, two of the best wrestlers in the world. They went out and showed it.
That spot where Cesaro caught Aleister Black.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
AJ, Ricochet, two of the best in the world. They went out and proved why. Kevin Owens went out there, fucking put on a good match.
That was the best thing I would speak. Then we got a match advertised on the day. Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler, and everyone was like, "Ugh." Kevin Owens beat him in 6 seconds.
Yeah,
I don't know.
17
seconds. Sorry.
Again, Dolph Ziggler. He just has this thing where you can only take 6 weeks of him, and then he needs to go away.
Oh, he's just so, I don't know, mind-numbingly boring. I don't know what it's about him. I don't know what it is, because the character worked for a bit, and now it's just change the fucking record. It's every promo is the same. It's he can't. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but something about.
You know what's amazing about this? Fucking this pay-per-view though. It's Extreme Rules, and we had 2 extreme matches on it.
See, that was the funny thing. Do you know how they do the opening video package thing?
Yeah.
This one was all the big matches, and it was a wheel of doom or whatever, and it would spin and land on a thing, and then there was 4. There was no holds barred. The handicap match was counted. Last man standing, and the main event, which was Extreme Rules. But yeah, sure, I remember there was, I think, Extreme Rules 20. When did Brock come back? 2012. Extreme Rules 2012. The main event was Brock Lesnar versus John Cena in an Extreme Rules match, and I'm pretty sure it was the only match with a stipulation that night.
Yeah,
I think it was. But so yeah, Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler was good. Then it was perfect, the exact what it could have been. Kevin Owens apparently has been unscripted since he cut that.
Yeah, I know, brilliant.
Yeah. Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe. I was so pissed off at this match, and I drew some attention.
Yeah, you drew a bit of controversy.
I got some heat, but what was I gonna say? Basically, I was annoyed that Samoa Joe beat the shit out of Kofi Kingston for 99% of the match. He pummeled him. I can't remember Kofi getting in very, very, a lot of offense. Barrett at the finish, because Kofi just hit him with Trouble Paradise out of nowhere, pin 1, 2, 3, and I was just are you because I was people were
but does that not help Joe though, more so than hinder him?
Why does it help?
Because you could argue, and we've seen it for instance, fights, right? You've often
seen knockout.
Yeah, but you've often seen someone get a rematch off the back of that. because they put on a really good performance and they had the champion.
Yeah, but he's not. He isn't. They're not going with him. It's random.
Yeah, I know, but like it does still make him look strong that he like beat the shit out of the current WWE champion.
Do you know what doesn't make him look strong? Is his 8th world title
match?
I know,
I get that, but like it's
Samoa choke. But what was I going to say? Like
they've had like in all those 8 matches as well that he's lost, you can make the argument that like now is the time you put the title on him.
Yeah,
like, it's never been like, oh, he's just in this match.
He's not going to win. It would have felt good
because like Brock when he faced Brock, like there was like we watched it together and there was like a minute or two period.
I was on my feet being
like, oh my god, he's gonna do it, because remember he started off so hot. And then Brock beat him with 1 F5.
Oh god, that was that. He beat.
And then
Brock
Roman kicked out a 6.
He beat Samoa Joe. He beat like a couple of like big guys with like 1 F5. But so but my argument was that like, okay, I don't mind Kofi Kingston being booked strong, alright? Don't get me wrong. I like him being booked. I like my champions booked strong as well, right? But I'm just saying it felt right for Samoa Joe to win the title here. And if you replace Kofi Kingston and put in Roman Reigns in that situation, or put in John Cena, or put in fucking, I don't know, I'm trying to think, Brock Lesnar, and the exact same thing happens, like, is the fan reaction the same? Like, I know people are more hot on Kofi, and like, but I'm just saying, like,
no, I do get what you're saying.
Like, I just felt like this felt right. Like, you could have Samoa Joe build as the top, like, what I wanted to do. I wanted Samoa Joe to win this, right? Be billed as the top heel of WWE, and literally just, like, he beats the shit out of Kofi, like when Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of John Cena at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, right, with Samoa Joe, if Samoa Joe won the title, there isn't many baby faces on SmackDown.
Kevin Owens. Get that feud we never actually got.
Yeah, you could make that argument, but like, I think it's a bit too premature. They're just getting there with Kevin Owens.
He's already the hottest baby.
But see, the thing is, right, if it's a double-edged sword then, because if Joe beat Kofi and then feuded with Kevin Owens, you'd feel like Kevin Owens has so much momentum, he'd have to win the title. Then people would be like, oh, fuck's sake, Joe had a transitional champion.
But that's okay. Right. Back in the day,
but I'm just saying,
kayfabe was real.
People would complain about that either way, you know?
Let me put my Jim Cornette pants on for a second. when kayfabe was real, when Bruno Sammartino...
pants? Why did you put on a hat? Why'd you have to wear his pants?
Because, I don't know, his glasses. I put on my Jim Cornette glasses.
Goddamn!
When wrestling was real, all heels were transitional champions. I will have you recall, every single heel was a transitional champion. Let's harken back to the old days. They were good for a reason.
Bruno Sammartino was a motherfucking babyface. That's why he held the title for 5 years.
Literally, like. So yeah, Kofi versus Joe was good. I mean, it was good, but it was just I
saw someone refer to Jim Cornette as a non-PG Mickey Mouse the other day. I thought it was hilarious.
See, when people are theorizing that, like, it was like this whole thing of like hating like modern wrestling and all that stuff was a gimmick, but now he's after like bleeding himself into it. They can't separate reality now from anything. He's living his gimmick.
Did you see what he said about not Jungle Boy, Marco Stunt?
No.
He was like, and then you have Marco Stunt, this small child in the ring. It's like, how the fuck am I meant to take this seriously?
He's so small. He's tiny. He's 5'2". I looked it up.
Jesus Christ. What age is he?
22.
Fucking hell, how is he so small?
I saw he retired. Somewhere I saw he retired, like, due to injury. But I don't know. Like, he took a bump at Fight for the Fallen. So.
No, fair enough. Yeah.
Like, and as in Luchasaurus threw him. So it wasn't like a light bump. And then obviously we got the main event, which was Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans in a last chance winner takes all Extreme Rules mixed tag team match.
That's like as complicated as the
AEW thing.
tag team match for a bye to the first round of the championship who will determine the AEW tag team champions.
A triple threat match to earn a spot in a match to get a first round bye in a tournament that's going to take place in October, and it's like it's like qualifiers.
Like why did what I said with that, right? Is why did they have to announce it like that? Why didn't they have just put on the tag match and then afterwards be like, oh, this is what they earn because they won. Winning means something here. They didn't have to add that confusing stipulation before the match. If you get me.
Yeah.
Because it just confused the fuck out of everyone. That's all the people talking about.
Everyone was just like, what? But I mean, you know what? The match was actually alright. The main event was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin hitting the end of days on Becky Lynch was fucking. I popped for it. Do you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of intergender wrestling, but it works sometimes, you know?
Works when it's used sporadically.
Yeah. Like, do you like intergender wrestling?
I don't like it when companies do it just to be different. You know, when they're like, oh, we'll just have... I like it when it makes sense.
Do you know what I don't like? Do you know what I don't like about it? Right? Do you know why I can't get on board, right? If you want your wrestling to be realistic, right? There is, well, I could be wrong, I'm not sure, but, show me a sport. I don't mind intergender tag matches, but show me a sport where men and women compete against each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's for the the sake of fairness, and that's not sexist. That's everything.
Yeah.
They
even separate it in sports where you don't need it to be separate, like darts.
Yeah.
You don't need to separate.
And the only example I can think of is tennis, where you get
that's mixed doubles, though. You never get a man.
Which is why I'm like intergender wrestling. Works in a mixed tag situation like this.
Yeah.
But, I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be good. Tessa Blanchard now versus Sami Callihan.
That was very good.
That was great.
Strange that Callihan won at the end.
I didn't mind it. Do you know why? Because that's another problem I find with intergender wrestling. It always feels like the woman should win.
Yeah.
Because it feels like if the man wins, it's just it feels like the world's going to implode.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with intergender wrestling as well. I don't think it benefits the male wrestler.
No. But it makes sense. I didn't mind it because Callihan, I think he cheated to win. And, he is the biggest heel in Impact. So,
yeah. He's
just an even bigger bastard now, But, yeah, I mean, but the main event was good. The end of the day, Becky was cool. It's like that now when it's used sporadically, it's good. Like when Roman speared Stephanie a couple of years back, that was good too.
My favourite example of it is the mixed tag at WrestleMania. We talked about it earlier.
Oh, when Ronda beat the Shield of Triple H.
Yeah, and when Kurt finally got his comeuppance with Stephanie getting rid of the ankle lock.
Yeah, that was cool too. What else was there? And then Seth becoming the Seth Rollins we want. When that happened and he beat the shit out of Baron Corbin, that was cool. Baron Corbin cursing on camera. Did you see that?
No.
After he hit Becky with the end of days, he looked at Seth in the corner and just goes, did you see that? Actually, it's fucking mad. But he looked at Becky or looked at Seth and goes, "What are you gonna do about that, you piece of shit?" And it was actually genuinely, it was cool enough. But yeah, that was, and then obviously Brock cashed in and ruined everything.
Even when I knew it was coming,
I was like, please no, let there be something.
I love the way he's doing. It makes no sense, but I love the way he's doing the boombox with the title now. It's not even shaped like a boombox.
Yeah, he's doing. Brock is such a fucking idiot.
He's hilarious.
He's funny. I can't. I have such a love-hate relationship with Brock Lesnar.
Do you know what? Right, it's so funny because people always say that he can't cut promos, and then he went to the UFC and he was their best promos.
But I've such a love. I do love seeing Brock Lesnar because the shit he does is just fun. But he ruins everything as well at the same time.
Brock Lesnar, when he's on TV, is entertaining. But the shit that's left behind when he leaves just ruins the company.
It's like when you let a bull loose in a china shop. Like it's probably fun to look at, but then cleaning up afterwards isn't really going to be fun, is it? I love the tweets though. See the tweets people saying were like, "Oh, does this mean that Sable is the women's champion now?" Because it was a winner take all match. But yeah, and that was it. That was Extreme Rules. Which you know what, it was good, bar the very end. And even then, I was still holding out that something else would happen, that we get like Bray or something. But I'm still happy with
it. Yeah, interesting. Just going through some of the news from the week as well.
The biggest news: CM Punk's going to be at Starrcast. Announced on August 31st, the day of All In or All Out. He will be doing a one-on-one interview. I don't know who he's doing it with though.
Probably I would imagine it's Conrad.
I
don't think. Who would he? I don't think he'd give up that opportunity either.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was thinking? Like somewhere, a certain person must have saw that yesterday, and a light bulb must have went off in his head. And that person's Kenny McIntosh. Do you imagine an Inside the Ropes tour with CM Punk? That'd be bigger than the Undertaker tour. And the Undertaker didn't even turn up.
Totally, yeah. WWE can't pull CM Punk.
Exactly. And AEW have a working relationship with Kenny McIntosh.
Do they?
He's part of the press backstage.
Was he?
Do you know when they do the media scrums? Yeah. He's one of them.
I like Kenny
McIntosh. Cody has done shows with Kenny McIntosh.
I know Cody has, yeah.
So I think they have a working relationship there. So I don't think AEW would pull him.
Nah.
He's just going to talk shit about WWE if he goes anyway.
I can't wait to see what he says. Because you know
he's going to say something outrageous.
But you know that he's going to say, Conrad or whoever is going to say, are you ever going to come back to wrestling? How old is he?
But he's going to say no. He is going to say no. Because, of course he's going to say no.
He's going to say never say never. That's what he'll say. Because that keeps people happy. And it keeps... But it doesn't guarantee...
He was only asked it a couple of weeks back. Did you watch it?
No, I saw the AJ Lee thing, but I didn't see it.
No, he did. He was on a talk show and he was asked about coming back to wrestling.
He's 41 this year.
Yeah, but he said that it's... Part of it is that he fell out of love with it. Part of it is his body as well. He doesn't know if he can handle the schedule. He can't. But if they offered him if they were fucking just a Jericho schedule where he works fucking every 3 months and makes millions of dollars. I
just want to see him wrestle. I just want to see him cut promos and wrestle for a year, and then I'll be satisfied. I feel like a junkie. I'm just one more, to set me straight.
But this must be it. This must be him coming back.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot now. I'm gonna ask you again. Come predictions time. Is he going to be at all out?
It has to.
Will he debut at all out?
It has to happen now because return or whatever. Okay, if he doesn't, then he's never coming back to wrestling.
Yeah,
he's
the perfect storm now. It's in Chicago.
But see, the thing is, right? I think the reason they announced it, there is a reason for it. It's a bit of
throw him off the scent of small.
No, it's not even throwing off the scent. It's that there's for Starrcast. Starrcast, they always say is not affiliated with AEW or whatever.
Yes,
even though and any of the posters down the bottom, not that one because that's an all-in poster. Down the bottom, Starrcast logos down at the end.
Yeah,
but I think the reason they announced this here was that you might want to tune into All In without saying it, or All Out being you might want to tune into this. You never know what's going to happen.
I'm actually gutted that we're missing that card.
I'm going to watch it.
I'm going to try and watch it too.
I don't even know what country I'm going to be in at the time when I'm going to watch it.
I know, really. But there's
I'm travelling through Europe. That's
I'll be in Portugal. But I'm staying put. But what's it called? There's how many matches? 4 matches announced, and they're all class. We have Hangman versus Jericho for the first ever 5 matches for the first ever AEW World Championship. That's going to be class.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley, an actual dream match.
Yeah.
The the Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks in a ladder match. That is going to be insane. Yeah. Shawn Spears versus Cody Rhodes, which is just fuck. That's probably going to be like the storytelling match of the night.
Yeah.
And the one that's kind of the black sheep so far, but it'll probably still be good, is the Dark Order versus Best Friends. But there's still a story there.
Yeah.
And like that'll still be good. Like that's so fair.
I'll put you on the spot, right?
Okay, put me on the spot.
If you're to book the debut and the return to wrestling for CM Punk, how would you do it? I have an idea, but
okay, on the spot now. See, it's tough, right? Because you can go one of two ways. Okay, can I establish something first?
Yes.
Is he going to be heel or babyface? He has to be babyface.
Of course. Well, they're not going to boo him. It's in Chicago. Of course.
Actually, yeah. Has to be babyface. Okay. Yeah, I have an idea. And it makes so much sense too. So you have the main event is Hangman Page versus Chris Jericho for the AEW World Championship. Obviously, it's going to be the main event because it's the world title, and the AEW feels like that promotion that puts their world title on last, no matter what. So obviously TNT have their big fucking, the TV deal, and it's happening in October and whatever. So they're going to TV in October. So booking, as in business-wise, it makes sense for Chris Jericho to be the first AEW World Champion. So you have Hangman and Jericho have like an absolute, as good as a match as the two of them can have. Like, it's hard to say with Jericho really, but like as good as a match the two of them can have. Jericho wins maybe by cheating. I would say by cheating. Like, use some sort of like low blow or something, and I'd have him win. I wouldn't have him tap him out. I'd have him hit the Judas effect, pin him. Chris Jericho's the world champion. Makes sense. We have a well-established, bona fide Hall of Famer as the champion of the company heading in. Then you have Hangman on the ground coming to from, maybe he's busted open, I don't know. Coming to from the Judas effect. He's groggy, and he gets up and he gets a mic. And he goes over to Jericho and he says, "You're a legend of the business, blah blah blah, whatever. I'll you put up a good fight, but I'll be back. And extends the hand. Show just respect to Jericho because he's a legend, whatever." And Jericho, being the heel, attacks him anyway and just beats the shit out of him. Lights go down. Cult personality hits. Out comes CM Punk. Slowly walks down to the ramp. Just let it fucking rise. Let the pop build and build and build. Jericho is an absolute fucking shock. Just like, what the fuck? And then you get Punk and Jericho stare down. Jericho goes for Judas effect. Punk ducks. Go to sleep. Hoist the AEW World Championship. And you advertise that as your main event for the first ever show on TNT.
Okay.
That's how you get fucking ratings.
We have similar, but still different, right? How I do it is the main event. Hangman Page and Chris Jericho. Like 20 minutes in, both men are down. In runs CM Punk. Fucking GTS to both men. Looks at the belt, runs, grabs the belt. Out comes like Cody and everyone, and he just hops the barricade and goes up. Call back to Money in the Bank 2011.
He's got a kiss too.
You go in,
just robs it. He just commits grand larceny.
and then like for up until from August to October, there is no champion, and them being like. The future of the AEW World Title is still up in the air. We cannot get a hold of. I wouldn't even call him CM Punk. Be like, just make it look real. Be like, we cannot get a hold of Phillip Brooks and all this, and like, then just have it build to the first show. Because I think if you go in there with a what's going to happen situation, into the first show. And especially with CM Punk involved. That's how you get fucking ratings.
If you do that, then I think Kenny has to be the first man to fight him.
Yeah.
Like obviously Jericho and Hangman have claims.
See, what's throwing me is that I listened to an interview with Chris Jericho the other day, and I've listened to Jericho long enough, and like for the last 6 or 7 years, and I can now I'm proud of it that I can almost tell when he's working.
Yeah.
And he said,
"Don't flatter yourself."
He said a thing that was really interesting in he said two things. One was that like it was he was asked about CM Punk, and he said AEW doesn't need CM Punk.
Yeah, that feels like work.
And then number two, he was asked about he was asked again about if he could sign any wrestler in the company or any wrestler in the world, barring contracts, barring anything. Who would he sign? And he said Tessa Blanchard. And they were like, what about CM Punk? And he was like, Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard is the best women's wrestler in the world.
No, but that's true.
Cards on the table.
But like the thing is, like, I just feel like he's setting up. Joe and Cody like said that thing about Sean Spears where he's like he's a good hand, and people that's a weird thing to say, and then it turned into an angle.
Yeah.
Like I think that's because people
that's what the feud is over.
Yeah, but like people at the time thought he was serious when he was saying something like that. But like I think Jericho's setting that up because that's going to be the first feud, like Punk and Jericho.
People are saying I think it's going to be Punk and Jericho.
Yeah.
I think if you want to get eyes on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You take Jericho, an established fucking star, and the hottest return in possibly wrestling history.
Oh, I without a doubt. Like name, what would even come close to it? If what return has happened in the past that would even garner as much interest? Wasn't
4 years away. Like arguably retired.
Which return? The one in 2002.
Yeah.
But see, it wasn't like Shawn Michaels retired through injury, and people just like had accepted that he couldn't wrestle. Then he came back and he was amazing. In hindsight, it was his big.
This is a weird one. Like it doesn't really. It's a weird one to count. But Bret Hart coming back in 2010.
Yeah, again, didn't wrestle. Like I'm on about like anticipated. I've never seen a return.
Brock.
Like
Brock's was class.
Brock, no, like as in returns are like good. As in like there's been very very good returns and debuts and stuff like that. But I'm on about like. When Brock left WWE,
one that people want, like
when Brock left WWE, no one was like, no one was chanting Brock Lesnar in 2007.
True.
Like so literally from Royal Rumble 2000 Royal Rumble 2014 onwards, people have been chanting CM Punk, and they still do it to this day.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be so good.
The only one I can really remember, and it was a shorter period of time, was remember when Matt Hardy got fired?
Yeah.
And everyone was chanting Matt Hardy.
That was like a month. That was like nothing.
But I'm saying, like, obviously it's a lot bigger scale, but that was the only thing that could kind of compare to it.
This has been 5 years, nearly 6 years.
And like anything he does, like when Brock went to the UFC, it wasn't as if he.
And you know what, right? The fucking like the promos would be class because Jericho would call on the UFC stuff.
Yeah. But see, like when Brock went to the UFC, right? Like every media scrum he did, he wasn't being asked, "Oh, when are you going to go back? Or are you going to go back to WWE?" It was never because people just assumed that he wasn't going to go back
because he was good at it.
But see, like everything that CM Punk does, any media he does, it always goes back.
No matter what he does, yeah,
because that's what he was best at.
Yeah, literally is. Like, I mean. It'd be interesting. I'd like to see, like, obviously I want to see a CM Punk return, but Joe, the only thing
I'd love to go back in like the 2 years we've done this and compile the amount of times we talked about CM Punk.
We thought he was going to come back. If he comes back and let's say Jericho wins, the title, which isn't a guarantee. I could totally see Hangman winning it too. Like,
yeah,
but let's say Jericho wins it, and you have Punk come out, and it looks like, we're getting Punk versus Jericho for the AEW World Title, do you risk like people saying, "Oh, okay, AEW are just using WWE now to get big"? Like, I would argue that why the fuck not? Like,
but it's not using WWE.
It's using like, but like, Joe what, right? I think anyone who makes that argument, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't actually agree with that. I think like I
understand what you're saying.
I think anyone who makes that argument like it doesn't know anything about business. Like if you have fucking,
but you could look at like WWE and the roster they have now, and you could turn around and be like, oh, they're just using Ring of Honor talent because all of them came from Ring of Honor. Like, you know, why not? Like,
no, exactly. Why the fuck not? And find me someone who doesn't want to see that. I want to see it. They had one of the best feuds going in 2012.
Yeah, like, the only thing that kind of puts me off it happening is that I feel like if CM Punk's returning, does he really want to do it against Jericho? Because he's wrestled Jericho a billion times.
Yeah, but this is a different, like, you wrestle Jericho like a billion times, but it's like a billion different matches.
Yeah,
that's the thing with Jericho. And like, this is a different Jericho, and this is a Punk we haven't seen, but in wrestling in 5 years. We don't know what this guy's going to be like. What his style is going to be like. Is he going to change his style up to a more MMA style like Brock did, or is he going to be like the CM Punk of old?
I think he has to, because like fucking, he can't just take 5 years off and come back and bump like a motherfucker like he used, you know.
Look, it's what if it doesn't happen, it'll be one of the biggest what if. It'll be the biggest what if in wrestling.
Yeah.
It has to happen. If I was Cody or the Bucks right now and Tony Khan, I would be every single day
just pestering him.
Apparently the Bucks talk to him every night. Well, Matt does anyway.
He blocks their numbers and they ring him off a landline.
Fax him.
They get a string and just a string and a can and just toss it up into his bedroom.
Apparently Matt Jackson speaks to him every night.
Before he goes to bed.
Hey Phil, how are you? You want to come wrestle?
Every night is a bit of a stretch.
You're just it's like chipping away at him. One of these days he'll break.
He just rings him and is like, please.
It's like his phone just rings in the night, and CM Punk's just like, doesn't even open his eyes. Just, what, Matt? It's like, you want to come wrestle? No, Matt, I don't. Please. No, I'm okay, thanks. All right then. I'll ring it tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow. No, Matt, don't call me. Don't call me tomorrow. No, I'll call you. Okay. No, Matt, I said don't call me.
See, the thing is, right? How did they ever become friends? Because I don't remember them ever working in the same company together.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not surprised that they're friends. Bucks seems to be friends with everyone though.
Yeah,
like
true.
Literally, like how like they became best friends with Cody in the space of like a year.
Yeah.
So like, I think they're just really friendly.
Yeah.
See people theorizing as well now that Tully Blanchard is Sean Spears' manager, that this is the first step in getting Tessa into the company.
Yeah, but her contract is.
I have no idea what her contract is up to. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a weird one.
I think next year maybe.
I think it's brilliant that he's.
I think it's class.
Like, it's Dusty Rhodes' arch nemesis.
That's the thing. Like it's continued.
Like the closest thing you could it's the closest thing to having Ric Flair on it. Like
it's
he would have been the only other one.
It's so like. It makes it. It's kind of sad.
Tully Blanchard is capable of making appearances.
Yeah,
of making an absolute.
He's not a fucking liability. It makes me kind of sad because I'm like, I wish Dusty was alive to be in like Cody's corner for like the match.
Yeah.
But Dustin will be there, and that'll be good.
Is Dustin in his corner?
It's not announced, but like it makes sense.
I would imagine, yeah. Or DDP, he's like their adopted dad.
Glacier. It's Glacier and fucking who's the other guy they had in there? Who's the Nightmare family they had at
Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, and who's the other guy?
Brandy's dad was that as well.
No, come in.
He's like a black dude. Brandy's dad.
Hold on, let me check. Because no, Brandy's dad was there, but there was like one other guy. Hold on now. All in. But yeah, CM Punk's gonna be at Starcast, and it's fucking it's just gonna build from here. Can you imagine August weekend? We could finally witness.
It's not the August weekend.
Or sorry, August 31st. The last day of August.
Raw reunions next week as well. Do you want a rundown of who's going to be there?
Oh, yeah, it will.
Okay, here's what we're going to do, right? I'm going to call out everyone on this list.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me what they're going to do on the show.
Okay.
Number 1, Alundra Blaze.
Blah, 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 blah. Nothing. I don't know.
She wouldn't even say anything.
I don't know, like, let's be honest, right?
She'll appear like one of Bray Wyatt's puppets.
She'll be in a backstage thing with Beth Phoenix. I don't know.
Beth Phoenix?
I don't know. I don't
even think she's announced for this. She's not announced for this show.
Busy with NXT.
Booker T. I tell you one thing he'd be doing. He won't be turning up the Starcast.
No, unfortunately. No.
See his reasoning for it. He said WWE didn't pull him.
Well, so his reality of wrestling thing was.
No, he said that he didn't realise it was Starcast. he said he had fun at the last Starcast because he did that, and he said he didn't want to do another Starcast. And then he said Conrad rang him and asked him to do a signing, and he said, "Yeah, fair enough," and then realised it was Starcast and pulled out. But sure, what else do you think was Conrad ringing him for on the weekend of All Out? Like,
who does one with Street Profits?
Christian.
Peep Show.
Yeah.
Peep Show segment with, I don't know.
It'll probably be like a minute.
Maisie Dolph Ziggler or something.
Devon Dudley.
I have no clue.
Like, what's he gonna do with him?
That's the thing. It's like, unless he comes out as Reverend Devon.
Bully Ray though teased that he'd be there.
Did he?
Yeah.
He's on a contract though.
Yeah, but remember they inducted him into the Hall of Fame when he was with Ring of Honor.
Maybe. It's weird they've been announced just. Why not just leave it as like a surprise?
Unless they get Spike.
I don't know. I have no idea. If he's coming up, if it is just Devon, he has to be Reverend Devon.
It's like, remember that time.
And Batista has to show up as Deacon Batista.
But remember that time. Bubba Ray Dudley came back in the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia, but remember it was building up, and they made it. It was like 2 versus 1. There was like a tag team in the ring, and it was like, and everyone was expecting Devon, and then R-Truth came out. It was like, let's just find the closest thing we have.
He can also really good testify.
DX.
Who's DX now? As in
Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Sean Waltman, Road Dogg.
Is everyone?
No, Billy Gunn.
They'll attack the club.
Do you reckon?
They'll do a thing. The club will be beating down Ricochet, and then DX will come out and save.
I don't want that.
I don't want it either, but it'll happen.
Eric Bischoff. He'll not be doing creative for SmackDown.
I can't see Bischoff doing much, to be honest.
He'll do something with Hogan, I reckon.
Maybe. We'll get an NWO DX thing again, I think. Maybe. Why not? I don't know.
See, Hogan's
announced. It's also Hall and Nash, but Hall and Nash are announced as Razor Ramon and Diesel.
No, is it? No, Kevin Nash is announced as Kevin Nash here.
But Scott Hall is Razor Ramon, I think.
No, he's announced as Scott Hall.
Was he?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Imagine him coming out like in just the best and no t-shirt. Just
I'm pretty sure on the ad it comes up as Razor. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I think so. I could be wrong.
This is a funny one. Gerald Briscoe.
Him and Pat Patterson are both announced. I know that they'll do 24/7 stuff.
Yeah. Hurricane 24/7.
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler.
Commentating.
Probably, yeah.
Or like for a match or something.
Jimmy Hart.
He'll probably just be in the background, like during the 24/7 stuff, shouting with a bullhorn.
Yeah.
What else is he gonna do?
Hogan's there.
Maybe he'll do a thing with Natty for the Becky Lynch build up.
Yeah. Maybe. Kelly.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Like, sometimes I feel like they just bring these people in. Yeah, like
no reason.
Kevin Nash.
NWO thing.
Kurt Angle. I hope he
Interesting one.
I hope he does something with Baron Corbin.
Beats the shit out of Baron Corbin.
I hope we get closure to that. But see, he did it at the night after Raw then as well.
That's true, actually, yeah. Shane McMahon. Beats the shit out of Shane McMahon. I don't know.
Lillian Garcia.
Announces.
Yeah. Yeah, what else is she going to do?
Easy.
Mark Henry.
I don't know.
Like a sexual chocolate.
The 24/7 stuff.
No, I don't see him doing 24/7.
Pins R-Truth up against the wall, a la Big Show.
Yeah, I don't see him doing 24/7.
Do you think Legends will win the title though?
Oh yeah, I think
they should.
I think there's going to be like
they have to. It'll be fun.
10 changes during this. Melina.
I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing with the women. I really can't tell.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Unless Becky Lynch is going to beat the shit out of them all.
That makes no sense.
That'd be fun though.
Who's Lacey? Have them all come up and just beat the shit out of Lacey. Be like, oh yeah, that's what'll happen. Lacey will be like, oh, there's a load of divas backstage and they're not as classy as me.
Yeah, true. Mick Foley.
24/7 stuff.
You reckon?
He fucking made it. He brought the
thing
in.
Yeah, true. Which was so random as well. Pop Addison, you said.
Yeah.
The nature boy.
Ric Flair.
Even if he turns up.
puts Becky Lynch in the figure. I don't know. He sexually assaults Becky Lynch again.
Jesus.
But he did.
Yeah, he did. But Seth Rollins in a figure four.
Yeah. Woo! Wow! I don't know. Something funny anyway.
I hope he wins the 24/7 championship.
Literally runs off with it.
Oh my god. Like, I think Raw should end. If you want ratings, Raw should end with Ric Flair as 24/7 champion. Let him hold it for a week. Imagine the Instagram photos.
Live over a year. Ric Flair drip.
Rikishi.
Usos, something with the Usos.
Yeah. Ron Simmons will probably do.
Damn.
Yeah. Santino Marella 24/7.
If one man has to win, it'll be him.
See, the thing is, right? He announced that he was returning to wrestling.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not being Santino Marella. Yeah. And then WWE was like, here's this giant check. And he was like, I'm putting it back on.
Where's my Cobra?
Sergeant Slaughter.
I can't think of any foreign heels for him to run down.
Aleister Black.
I don't know about Sergeant Slaughter.
Shawn Michaels.
I don't know what he's going to do on Raw. Well, he'll be in DX. But
he's on SmackDown.
He's going to be commentating on SmackDown. See that?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sid Vicious.
He's an interesting one because I have no idea what to do with him. Beats the shit out of Heath Slater again.
Breaks his leg.
Snaps in two, yeah.
Steve Austin.
Him and Kevin Owens have to do a thing.
Yeah.
More so than Becky.
I can see him doing something with Becky too, though.
No. Kevin Owens literally owns a stunner now.
You
know what needs to happen? He needs to pass the torch.
Yeah.
Take turns. They need to I want either Stone Cold to stunner Vince and Kevin Owens to stunner Shane, or I want them to take turns stunnering Shane. Or it might be Drew. They might stunner Drew as well.
Yeah. Ted DiBiase Sr.
pays R-Truth to give him the 24/7 title.
Yeah, true. The Boogeyman.
Scares R-Truth into giving him the 24/7 title.
The Godfather. Tim Sargent. Offers R-Truth services that no other man can offer for the 24/7 title. Like the majority of this. The majority of people here are just going to be involved in the 24/7 title picture. Like,
Jake Hogan gets booed.
Yeah, it's his first time. Well, no, he got a good pop at WrestleMania.
Oh, Mania was this year.
Remember Alexa Bliss clicked her finger and he came out. If he gets booed anyway, they're going to drown it. They're going to alter the sound.
Turn it down there.
What's
Kevin Dunn. Kevin, would you mind just turning the volume down, please?
So, see, X-Pac inadvertently announced his retirement from wrestling this week.
I didn't even know he was still wrestling.
He still wrestles on occasion, but
yeah, he's the guy who's fucking freakishly young.
Yeah,
he's only in his 50s or something.
He's
the same age as the Undertaker or something.
But he said on his podcast, and this is a quote from him. By the way, I'm fucking done wrestling. I'm done. I'm not saying I'm never going to have another match, but yeah, I decided.
Sean Waltman is 47.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That is bizarre.
The WrestleMania weekend show, myself, Hurricane, and Liger, the 6-man. That's it. That was it. I'm fucking done.
I remember that, man. That was good.
No, it was shite.
No, I didn't watch it, but I remember it was like...
Yeah, but it was meant to be shit in the end. Sure, he fucking tore into Sammy Guevara about it.
Yeah.
He said that he blamed him. If I have a match if I have a match in WWE on like a WrestleMania, or I'll fucking do NXT Takeover. Actually, I'm more interested in having a match on a show like that.
I'd like to see him on Takeover.
Yeah, it would mean more to me. Maybe I'll team with Matt Riddle, maybe a 6-man, so I can have a little more protection.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
I would like to see him in Takeover.
He can't team with Matt Riddle, though.
No.
You know what people are going to say? No. Like, you might as well bring Rob Van Dam over as well.
Stoner Bros. That was the thing Rob Van Dam did this week, actually. It was, he did that.
Yeah.
It so funny.
He just doesn't give a shit anymore, does he?
What did he say? Oh, he was like, does he have any regrets? And he said, I wish I sprayed Ovium, which is like a deodorant, when I got pulled over that one time. And he said, how did you get away with calling your tag team finisher Rey Mysterio the 420? And he said he told Vince McMahon that it was the combination of their shoe sizes, with him being a 12 and Ray being an 8, and the fact that they were hitting them with all 4 limbs. What, like, is he a stoner or a genius?
I love the way that he said that Vince came over to him and asked him, was it a drug reference?
No.
Rob.
He was probably stoned when he said it. He probably was like, no. He had to have been stoned to have said, like, oh, it's our shoe sizes. He definitely didn't even know that it was like that they added up to 20.
No, they didn't even add up to 20. There's no way Rob Van Dam's a size 12.
Well, he might be.
Oh.
I'm a size 11.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Not necessarily that big of a fella.
Yeah, you're in the same size as RVD.
Average enough.
Yeah. But yeah, it's an interesting one.
Was there any pay-per-views this weekend? No, there's not, is there?
No, it's just a G1 all week. But what do you think? Is there any more to add to that list? Is there any more going to turn up at the Raw reunion, in your humble opinion?
Well,
I can give a few names.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking, I think he's cooking up an old reunion there. Yeah, The Rock. The Rock, we don't want to add.
The Rock. I think JBL. I don't see why he hasn't been announced.
It's true, actually. He does. Well, does he doesn't even count him? And if he does, him and Ron Simmons should do a thing. Well, they did this.
Age is another one that hasn't been announced. I would imagine that's contract, or that's not contracting.
He might be acting.
Yeah, and the thing is, people were saying, "Oh, why is Christian just announced?" It's in Tampa, Florida, and that's where Christian lives.
Yeah.
So like, it's.
Joe's a weird one that has been announced that you think would be John Cena.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Cena must be doing something. He must be
movieing. The trailer for his new movie, actually.
Which one?
Playing with Fire, it's called. He plays. Yeah. It's so Nickelodeon. It's so Disney Channel. It's him, Keegan-Michael Key, and John Leguizamo, the fellow who plays Sid the Sloth in Ice Age.
Yeah.
The three of them play firefighters.
It's a live action Ice Age.
No, well, I wish, but no, they play 3 firefighters who the guys who put out forest fires. The guys who fly planes and stuff. They play 3 of them, and they save these kids from this burning cabin, and they're waiting for their parents to turn up, so they stay in the fire station, and shenanigans ensue. Is that the right word? I don't know. It looks quite bad, but it's such a John Cena movie. His movies are either high octane action or just the goofiest.
Yeah.
Well, some of his movies are good.
Yeah, he's actually a better comedy actor than he's an action actor.
What's that movie? Trainwreck. He's so funny in that. Trainwreck,
and he's very good in what was the one with the parents?
Blockers.
Blockers, that's what it was. Yeah,
he plays the nerdy guy.
He was brilliant in that movie.
He was
hilarious.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen clips of it.
I went to see it in the cinema. It was fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
he stole the show.
He's the goofy dad.
Yeah,
he's not even the cool dad.
He's the
nerdy one.
Yeah.
Which which is just even funnier. Nah, Trainwreck is fucking funny. His scenes, I watched Trainwreck to see him because his scenes are just so funny.
So yeah, do you want to talk about the G1?
Why the hell not?
Go on.
What's been your match of the tournament so far? We're on night 6. I think we're on night 6 now. So night 6 happened today. We haven't watched it yet. We're gonna watch it in a minute, but we've had 5 nights so far. I have my top 3.
Top 3 of.
I have my.
It's hard.
You don't have to give your top 3.
Osprey Ibushi was up there. That was fantastic.
That's one of my top 3.
Fuck it, it's hard. There hasn't been.
My top 3.
Go on, and I'll go after that.
My top 3 have been Osprey Ibushi, like not in order, but Osprey Ibushi, Goto versus White.
Yeah.
And Lance Archer versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah. Lance Archer has been the surprise package.
He's actually
so far.
He's been breakout
fantastic.
He's so good.
His match with Kenta was brilliant.
Kenta and Tanahashi was class too.
Yeah, that was just brilliant. That was just a spectacle. That was like seeing Rock Hogan.
Yeah, literally, it actually
Japanese
was.
version. Like it was like, yeah, fucking
Evil Sonata was good.
Evil Sonata was excellent.
Zack Sabre Jr.'s tournament so far has been entertaining just for his tantrums.
Yeah.
Where are they going with this?
Yeah, it was interesting yesterday that they kept saying that no man's ever won 7 matches in a row in the G1, and that's what he has to do to get to the final.
No, it's not 6.
6 is it?
Yeah, because he has 9 matches.
Oh.
Because like he's the 10th guy.
Oh yeah.
So it's 6. No one's ever done 6 in a row.
Yeah.
No one's ever gone 0-3.
And get to the final.
I'd be class if he did.
I can't see him getting to the final though. Because I feel whoever gets to the final out of that block wins it, and I can't see him winning.
Well, he has yet to wrestle Ibushi. He's yet to wrestle Kenta. He's yet to wrestle Ospreay. He might beat Ospreay though. I think
he beats Ospreay. Yeah.
He beats Ospreay. It's hard to see. It's hard to see. I don't know who beats Kenta because he's beat Okada probably. Joel, I tell you.
Kenta Ibushi was really good too.
It was good, yeah. I thought he'd be better though.
Yeah,
it was good. I mean, it was more like a Kenta beating the shit out of Ibushi.
I think you need to establish Kenta.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's going to be run back at some stage again.
Because that's the thing that's going to happen. I think Ibushi's still winning, and I think we're going to get Ibushi's going to defend the briefcase then against Kenta and against who beat him the last time. Who beat him the second time? No, it wasn't Ospreay. Who's Ibushi wrestled so far?
He's wrestled Kenta. He's wrestled Ospreay. And he wrestled someone in the middle.
Who's the neck block? It wasn't.
Was it Bad Luck Fale? No?
No. It wasn't Archer. Was it Okada?
I watched the match.
It wasn't Okada. Yeah, I'll have to check because that's bugging me.
It wasn't Archer.
No.
Was it Evil?
Yes.
It was Evil.
It was Evil. So I think we'll get Ibushi versus Kenta, or Ibushi versus Evil at one of the Destruction shows, and then we'll get Ibushi versus Kenta or Evil at King of Pro Wrestling, and that'll be him defending his briefcase then, which happens. What I think will happen?
What?
I think Okada, Kenta, and Ibushi will be the top 3 guys. I think Kenta's only loss. Oh shit! No, how's this gonna work? I think it'll come down to tiebreakers, and I think that what will happen is Ibushi will have the win over Okada. That'll project him to the final. So I think they'll end on the same points, but I think Ibushi will get there because he'll have a win over him.
I don't know.
Which is what happens. I don't know.
I could see Kenta winning this.
I think it's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
I predict the matches every day. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, I think this guy's gonna win.
It never goes the way that you think.
I mean, this so Joe the Best in Super Juniors. I got nearly every night right.
Yeah.
Whereas this time I've been I haven't gotten one night fully right. I don't think.
It's an interesting one.
But and you know what, B block is even more unpredictable because that one is like, who are they going to pick out of that bunch of because it seems like A block is way more stacked. I mean, B Block's class too, but it just feels like A Block got the big stars.
Yeah.
Like in B Block, obviously you have Moxley, you have Naito, you have White, Ishii. Juice seems to be making a run. It looks like Juice is going to have a good. He's going to be one of the standouts.
Yeah. It's an interesting one.
Moxley might make the final.
Yano beating Naito was fucking bizarre.
That was so funny though. I love Yano. Who's he wrestling today? I think he wrestled Jay White today. That'd be a fun match.
We're gonna watch it right after this. We didn't even know the result.
I have no idea where. Nothing's been spoiled for me. I know Ishii Moxley is the main event, which is gonna be so good.
Yeah. I really want to see Moxley and Yano. I think that's the match I'm most looking forward to now.
I love Yano. Yano to win G1. Imagine the fucking scenes. But yeah, I mean this G1. I think this for a change. This G1 has become super unpredictable. Like the last couple of years, it's been like it's still been good, but everyone kind of had an idea who was winning. Like who won that? Well, Tanahashi was a surprise last year, but everyone was like, "Oh, Bushi was going to win," but he got to the final. And then what happened last year, or the year before that, was Naito. Everyone kind of saw that coming. So this one's good. I think it's really hard to pick a winner. It really is. Kenta broke a record though.
What was that?
First person to ever beat like the two former finalists in their first match. Like, yeah, he beat Ibushi and Tanahashi in their first two matches, or in his first two matches, which is the first time that's ever happened, where both finalists have lost.
Yeah, interesting.
Like Kenta, I really hope they've signed him. I hope he surely has signed.
You never know in New Japan.
Yeah, because like they're building him very strong.
It'd be pure New Japan to build him very strong, and then he goes to AEW.
He'll beat Okada like clean, and they're just like they'll have him win the G1 and then leave like mid next year, like January 2nd or something.
Yeah. Has it ever happened that someone's won the G1 and has gotten like injured or?
I don't think so. I can't not off the top of my head. And Joe, it was interesting actually. You know how there was the rumors going on this week that Ospreay was injured.
Yeah.
They said during the match, I don't know if you heard it, but they said that the last time it happened was Nakamura.
Yeah, and he got pulled out.
It was just for one match. Though.
Yeah, and it was his elbow.
Yeah. So it might have just been the case that Ospreay would have just been pulled out of one match maybe, but look, he was healthy and he wrestled the match and it
was fucking brilliant.
Really good. So unfair.
So unfair as how good he is.
To everyone else, to every other wrestler.
Yeah, he is the best wrestler in the world, is he?
He's up there. He's in the top 3.
Who's the top 3?
Ospreay.
That's fucking hard.
Ospreay. Okay, what are you taking into account? In-ring skill?
Everything.
Do you know what hampers Ospreay for me?
Is mic work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good, but it's not fucking best in the world good.
Yeah.
Ospreay's up there. Kenny is always up there.
Yeah.
Kenny is like a wrestling god at this stage.
Yeah.
And like Okada's always up there. Ibushi's always up there. Ibushi's one of the smoothest wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
You could argue for Zack Sabre Jr. I would argue for Zack Sabre Jr. to be up there.
You know what's hilarious, right? Just when you think that AJ is declining, he always proves again. He always wrestles someone like Ricochet and always proves, oh my god, he still is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
When Seth Rollins is booked correctly, he's up there.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano's up there. Tommaso Ciampa's up there. Adam Cole is up there.
Aleister Black.
Aleister Black is up there.
Cesaro.
Ricochet. It's so hard to narrow it down.
I'd love to see like a G1 style tournament with
like, be?
Yeah, but have it be like a New Japan tournament. You know, have it them wrestle like a G1, like, you know.
Yeah.
Because you know if WWE done a G1, they just have fucking
Roman win
they
everything.
just have Roman win everything, but they'd have like
it just wouldn't make sense. They'd
have like Becky and Rollins' corner and shit.
There'd be no like storyline around
the thing is, right, if you had a G1, it'd be very capable if they'd done something like a G1, right? Because you could put someone like R-Truth in it and have him like be like Yano. Yeah. And it'd be brilliant.
Yeah, it'd be good. I think it could definitely work. But like, it's just the question is like, how do WWE book it? Like, I mean, they probably.
But see, they always do these tournaments, and they always turn into something stupid, like the mixed match challenge, where it just. Again? I don't know, but the last one just turned into like a comedy fucking. Remember, they all used to be wearing each other's jackets and all this crack, and like people forgot during that like the winners of that were last in their respective Royal Rumbles, and you had people fucking dancing around the ring. You had people doing dance breaks in the middle of the match.
In case, it wasn't even. He didn't even get it.
Yeah.
What was the reason for that again?
Nia Jax came out and attacked him.
Oh, that's right.
I got the shit beat out of her before I tossed her out of the ring.
That RKO was one of the best.
It just made no sense.
No, I didn't. So yeah, the G1 hasn't disappointed thus far.
Because like when I saw Nia, we're just thinking of that.
Oh no!
No, but well, that was the first thing that came to my head. But I was like, okay, she's going to eliminate some like lower down guys, and then
you remember who's in the ring.
She's going to run at someone, and they're going to pull her up down, and she's going to go over, but she's going to look strong. And then she just got to the ring, and they kicked the shit out of her. Dolph Ziggler fucking super kicked her. Randy Orton hit a RKO. It's like they were bullying that poor woman, and just tossed. This is dumb.
Breaking Becky's face.
Do you reckon that was it? Do you reckon that was it? Do you reckon?
Maybe. Because like she was arguably the most hated person in
Because
wrestling.
it was never mentioned again. Yeah. You forgot about it, and what happened in January? Like
like she was arguably the most hated person in wrestling at the time. So I think it was just they would be doing a bit of fan service and just be like, okay.
So here's what we're gonna do.
She live tweeted Extreme Rules. It was weird enough, kind of, because like every time I went onto Twitter, there was just a Nia Jax tweet. I was just like, what the
fuck. So yeah, will we kind of wrap it up around there?
We have to do one more thing before we do.
What is that?
We have to record to.
Oh yeah. Well, our Invasion episode actually hasn't been uploaded yet. I'm in the middle of uploading them.
We're logging
but
them. We're building a library.
Or we recorded our Invasion watch along, and it was a stellar time.
It was good. It was a crack.
So it was just a lot of lighthearted. We talked a bit about the current stuff.
It's just fun, like because you don't know what's gonna
what you remember and what you don't. So
I have my two. I don't know if you have yours too.
I'll think it too.
I'll think it too. Go on. Speak what you think.
Yeah, go on.
So I have one good one and one bad one.
Okay.
Which one do you want first?
The good one.
The good one I have chosen, given the current time of year, SummerSlam 2002.
Okay. Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio in what a lot of people would call the best opener of a pay-per-view ever. Brock Lesnar versus The Rock. I looked up the card. The whole card is solid, top to bottom. Like, I don't think there's a bad match on it. It's for a lot of people, it's the highest rated. I think it's the highest rated pay-per-view of all time.
We said that about Invasion.
Did we? Oh, we did. No. This one is.
Must be the highest rated SummerSlam of all time.
It definitely is that. There's something about it anyway. I think a lot of people regard it as one of the best pay-per-views ever.
Yeah.
So I felt like if that wins, that'll be a fun one.
Okay.
Please. And the other one, the bad one, I only remember one match off the card. I actually don't know what the rest of the card is, but I remember one match on it, and it's just a dumpster fire. And it's the Great American Bash 2004, where the main event was The Undertaker versus the Dudley Boys in a 2-on-1 handicap match in a concrete crypt. I don't know what the full name of it was, but basically, if The Undertaker lost, Paul Bearer would be killed, would be executed.
Oh no!
Those are my two.
Okay, off the top of my head, I'm gonna go SummerSlam 2017, just so we can run everything back again.
Okay.
SummerSlam 2017, and
can we do ones that we've already done? Because I'm pretty sure we already did that.
Did we?
We predicted it and reviewed it, like, because we were doing the podcast at that stage.
Yeah. Okay, so scrap that. You
can't do anything from like June 2017
onwards. Okay.
Unless we run out of papers, but
I'll go WrestleMania 20 because we talked about it. God,
I was dreading doing WrestleMania. They're so long.
WrestleMania 20 isn't so bad. WrestleMania 20 and...
Okay, one good one bad.
Oh, fuck. Bad ones. There's so many bad ones. Actually, no. Not WrestleMania 20. I'm going to go Canadian Stampede because the anniversary of it was this week. It's regarded by a lot of people as probably one of the best WWE pay-per-views ever. The main event was the Hart Foundation versus...
97.
Yeah, it was Hart Foundation versus Austin and like 4 others.
Okay.
And but like
sounds
it's
fun.
meant to be fucking amazing. And it was in Calgary, like home Bret Hart town. And like the Harts are in ringside and they get involved and Austin gives fucking Stu Hart a finger. It's brilliant. And that was a good one. I need one bad one. NWO Sold Out 1987.
Didn't we do that?
No, we
did Sin.
We did Sin 2001.
So
what's regarded as probably the turning point for WCW.
Sold Out 97.
Sold Out 97 NWO. It was a pay-per-view run by the NWO.
Yeah, I remember it.
Like NWO stage, everything. It was nothing WCW.
So it's actually called NWO.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you have it.
There you
so
go.
What was your two again?
SummerSlam 2002 and the Great American Bash 2004.
And mine was Canadian Stampede 1997 and
Sold Out 1997.
Sold Out 1997.
There you have
so yeah, the poll will be up at some stage this week, and go vote on that and see what you want us to
please
watch along.
Genuinely, that card is outstanding. So
fair enough. So yeah, we'll leave it there.
We shall leave it there.
So thanks very much for listening.
You've been very, very good.